Holly, better known as Rosa Parks. I was born February 5th, 1913. I was known as the mother of the activist movement.
Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 9, and it says, "Then the Lord reached out his hand and touched my mouth and said to me, I have put my words in your mouth." So the teacher helped her put the words into her mouth. She had a gift that she could no longer hold in, and she had to scream, and she had to rise. She had to rise. And so I love her testimony. She spoke 6 different languages: Spanish, French, Arabic. She was also not just a poet, she was a civil activist. She worked with Malcolm X, she worked with Martin Luther King. She was a calypso singer, she was a calypso dancer. She did it all. And this is what Black excellence is. And this is people who we aspire to be like, to tap into our gifts and to no longer be in silence. Maya Angelou could no longer be in silence. She had to rise.
Today I'll be speaking about Black artists and why I am a Black artist myself, especially at my young age. I appreciate art is because it's a way for us to express ourselves, because back then we weren't able to express ourselves. We were able to let others see the power of Blackness and the beauty of what we can create, especially the patterns in our clothing, the braids in our hair, the afros that we wear. From the head to our toes, we are beautiful. And we're divided and we're gorgeous from everything else in this world. Express myself and show the world what beauty I have in the inside and out. And art is just a way for us to express ourselves throughout the years, especially in old times, in cave paintings and clay and bowls and shapes and combs, and the things that we've made are so beautiful.
Years in Congress, Chisholm helped open up opportunities for people like President Barack Obama and Senator Elizabeth Warren. But she said she didn't want to be remembered as the first woman or African American to do something. She wanted to be remembered as somebody who had guts.
So as dark people, with a God who created all things, including you, we can do anything. So move forward. And in the words of Shirley Chisholm, you can do it. You are young, gifted, and Black.
It's about Frederick Douglass. Douglass disguised himself as a sailor and escaped to New York, a free state without slavery. He continued to read as much as he could, which helped him become a great storyteller. While living in Massachusetts, he spoke at a meeting of people who wanted to end the practice of enslaving people. He told about his life as an enslaved person. He was such an amazing speaker that he started traveling all over North State, trying to convince large group of people to end the practice.
Was born in 1968 and is a South African photographer currently living and working in South Africa. She was the first Black female photographer who was employed by a South African newspaper as a photo editor.
So my name is Patrice, and this guy also, his name is Patrice Lumumba. He is from the Congo of Africa. Now Patrice Lumumba is the first legally elected Prime Minister of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. My country into the independence from Belgium on June 30th, 1960. My vision of using Congo's resources to benefit my people alarmed Belgium and the USA.
Education. In 1994, he became the first black person to graduate from Loyola State College, where he studied botany and fungal disease, and later earned a master's degree in agriculture.
Harriet Tubman is well known for risking her life as a conductor in the Underground Railroad, which led escaped enslaved people to freedom in the North. But the former enslaved woman also served as a spy for the Union during the Civil War.
Elvin Hayes, American basketball player who was one of the most prolific scorers and rebounders in the history of National Basketball Association. After averaging 35 points per game in high school in Louisiana, Hayes went to the University of Houston, Texas, where he was named All-America 3 times. He averaged 31 points and 17.2 rebounds per game for Houston and was selected as the College Player of the Year in 1968.
I'm going to speak for Eve on today, because what would she say if she saw the state of her children? We would be ones that have made her proud for all of her hard laboring, keeping up with her husband Adam, at a time when there was no other women around to be girlfriends. There was no sisterhood club. There was no fraternities. There was no support groups for anxiety and depression. All she had to lean on was her husband and, of course, the Father in heaven. Amen? Y'all give it up for Eve.